This little hot rod wagon I'm driving is the new Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG Estate, or wagon as us Aussies prefer to call them. Basically it's a C-Class wagon with a 6.2 litre V8 engine shoehorned under the bonnet. All the mechanicals are pretty much the same as the C63 sedan, right down to the engine output, which is rated at 336 kilowatts and 600 newton metres of torque, which incidentally is downgraded from what this particular engine is capable of, because in other Mercedes-Benz models it puts out up to 386 kilowatts. But I guess the guys at Benz thought enough is enough, and I reckon they were pretty right. It drives the rear wheels through a 7-speed automatic transmission that offers sequential change paddles up here on the steering wheel. So you just flick it like this, down she goes, down to 4th gear, up to 5th, up to 6th, and up to 7th. 7 gears might seem like a lot, but it actually gives a really good spread of power from the engine, and also gives you really good fuel economy, which is amazing in a car with this amount of performance. It's rated at about 13 litres per 100k, and I've actually seen 10 litres per 100k driving along like this on the freeway. In cold hard performance terms, this particular car is capable of putting away a 0 to 100 km/h sprint in 4.6 seconds, which is really quick, and it'll sprint onto a speed limited 250 km/h if you can find a lazy, unused airstrip somewhere. A whole bunch of electronic gizmos to control the way it rides and handles. It's got 3-mode transmission. It's got sport, manual and comfort. And let me tell you, there's a big difference when you go from one to the other. In manual, it will not change gears unless you use the paddles here or the stick shift down here to change gears. It also changes the amount of attack that the engine has to drive the car. In sport and manual, it goes a lot harder. It's fully decked out with all the luxury gear you can expect in a car that costs $144,000. It's got a fantastic Harman Kardon sound system with probably 10 or more speakers. It's got a really large sat-nav system, a big widescreen, the latest version of sat-nav. The audio actually has a hard drive on it that you can store 1,000 songs on, which is an excellent idea, so you don't have to keep on feeding CDs into the car or plugging your iPod into it. Really good. Leather seats, sports leather seats, flat bottom steering wheel. There's about 5 different control systems on the steering wheel, including the audio, the cruise control, Bluetooth phone, a whole range of stuff. Really well equipped. As you'd expect, the steering is really sharp, really fast. The ride is firm, which could tell against it for some people, but if you're into a car like this, you come to expect a ride that's firm, and it's not that intrusive really. It's got massive brakes. It's got 6 piston brakes on the front and 4 pistons on the back, and rolls on 18-inch Continental tyres. What do I think of the car? I love it. I'm an absolute goner for V8s, just particularly high performance V8s like this. It sounds incredible. It gets a really loud blat when you are using full throttle. It steers beautifully, fantastic fun to drive on a winding road. Looks the business. It's got all the aero stuff on the outside. Everybody looks at it, so it makes you feel $1 million. And like everything about the car is great, coupled with the fact that it has a practical side to it. It can carry stuff in the back. You can put a number of boxes, suitcases, sporting gear, take all your snow stuff down to the snow in the car with no problems. It just really is a great package. $140,000. Yep, I haven't got it, but lucky those who have. This is a pretty wild thing for a station wagon, but then it is the fastest station wagon in the world. Out of 10, 8.5.